check in front of my face. Said, sell your story, leave this place. Said, your pain is worth a pretty penny. I said, my pain is worth more than money. They don't understand what it means to be broke, with a fire inside that they can't stoke. My pocket's empty, my shoes are thin, but the man in the mirror is still my kin. My pocket's empty, but my soul ain't for sale. You can't put a price on a broken nail that held together what they tried to break. I'm poor, but I'm not a fake. Take your gold, take your greed. I don't need your filthy seed. My pocket's empty, I'm living thin, but my soul ain't for sale. And that's a win. A suit walked up with a contract long, said, sign this line and you'll belong. I read the fine print, saw the trap. They wanted my name, my past, my map. They wanted my scars for an ad campaign. My mother's crying in a porcelain frame. I told the paper, watched it fall. My soul is mine, I won't sell it at all. My pocket's empty, but my soul ain't for sale. You can't put a price on a broken nail that held together what they tried to break. I'm poor, but I'm not a fake. Take your gold, take your greed. I don't need your filthy seed. My pocket's empty, I'm living thin, but my soul ain't for sale. And that's a win. A friend asked me, why don't you take the cash? You could eat for a year, get out of the ash. I said, the ash is where I learned to see that the only thing that matters is the part of me that they can't buy, can't rent, can't own. My mama's voice is in my bone. My daddy's silence is my shield. I won't sell the only thing that's real. Let the rich have their mansions, their private jets. I got a fire they haven't met. My pocket's empty, but my heart is full, and they can't buy the beautiful struggle, the beautiful pain, the soul that grew in the hurricane. I'm broke as a joke, but I'm standing tall. My pocket's empty, but my soul's got it all. Ain't for sale, ain't for sale, ain't for sale. She worked the line at the factory gate, punched the clock before it was late. 40 years of the same old shift. Her only raise was a holiday gift. Her hands would bleed in the winter cold from the metal parts and the stories untold. She'd come home tired, make dinner too, and hide her palms from me and you. My mother's hands are cracked like the pavement. Every line is a lifelong enslavement. To the dollar, to the debt, to the dream that never came. Well, so it seems. She held me with those broken palms and sang me soft and kept me warm. My mother's hands built me a world, while the pavement outside just cracked and swirled. She never complained, not once, not ever. Just smiled through the pain and the bad weather. I'm fine was a favorite lie to tell, while the knuckles bled and the fingernails fell. I asked her once, Mama, don't your hands hurt? She said, baby, pain is just another shirt. You put it on and you go to work, and you don't let the boss man see you shirk. My mother's hands are cracked like the pavement. Every line is a lifelong enslavement. To the dollar, to the debt, to the dream that never came. Or so it seems. She held me with those broken palms, sang me soft and kept me warm. My mother's hands built me a world, while the pavement outside just cracked and swirled. Last week I held her hand in the hospital bed. The cracks were deeper than the words she said. Mama, let me take the pain away. She said, baby, the cracks are here to stay. But they built you, they made you, they paid the cost. Don't you ever feel lost, because these hands may be broken and old, but they're worth more than anyone's gold. Every crack is a prayer for a life that was hard, but always cared. I kiss her palms before I leave. The cracks feel like family to me. My mother's hands, I hold them tight. Through every crack, through every night. Cracked like the pavement, cracked like the pavement. sky opens up. I got a bucket catching the drops in a cup. The noodles boil on a hot plate wire. This is the life that they call high. I stir the pot with a plastic fork. My dinner costs less than a penny's work. The rain keeps falling, the room is cold, but the ramen's warm and the story's told. Rainwater and ramen dreams, that's the fabric of my worn out seams. The roof leaks, but I'm still dry. On rainwater and ramen I get by. No steak, no wine, no candlelight, just a pot of noodles and a rainy night. Rainwater and ramen dreams, this is the taste of the in-between. I remember when I used to dine with white tablecloths and cheap red wine. Now I count the pennies in a coffee can and eat my dinner from a styrofoam pan. The neighbors order pizza every night. I smell the pepperoni, turn off my light. My ramen's cooking, the rain won't stop. I'm at the bottom of the ladder's top. Rainwater and ramen dreams, that's the fabric of my worn out seams. The roof leaks, but I'm still dry. On rainwater and ramen I get by. No steak, no wine, no candlelight, just a pot of noodles and a rainy night. Rainwater and ramen dreams, this is the taste of the in-between. The friend asked me, don't you want more? I said I've had more, it felt like a war. The fancy meals, the empty plates, the loneliness of the gilded gates. Give me rainwater and a pack of ramen. Give me a roof that leaks and a common amen. At least I know what real feels like. At least I'm not afraid of the night. Won't leak, and I'll have enough for the meals I seek. But until then, I'll boil the water and raise my bowl to the life I've caught here. Rainwater and ramen dreams, not what I wanted, but it's what it seems. And honestly, it's not so bad. The simple life is the best I've had. Ramen dreams, ramen dreams. my feet on the floor. Felt the cold through the rubber, felt the rain through the door. The left one's gaping, the right one's thin, just like my chances, just like my skin. I used to walk proud, used to walk tall. Now I'm limping through the same old mall. The pavement's wet, the sky is gray, and my shoes can't keep the wet away. My shoes got more holes than my future. Every step is a leaky suture. The water comes in, the hope drips out. That's what poverty's all about. My shoes got holes, my dreams got cracks. I'm walking forward, but I can't get back to the time when souls were whole and true. My shoes got more holes than my future do. I went to the store, checked the price of a pair. $80, that's my monthly prayer. For food and rent and electric light, I can't afford to make my feet right. So I'll tape the bottoms with duct tape and hope, and walk through the winter on a slippery slope. My toes are numb, my arches ache. Every step is a tiny earthquake. My shoes got more holes than my future. Every step is a leaky suture. The water comes in, the hope drips out. That's what poverty's all about. My shoes got holes,
My dreams got cracks.
I'm walking forward, but I can't get back to the time when souls were whole and true. My shoes got more holes than my future do. A lady stopped me on the street last week, said, "Young man, your shoes are looking weak." I laughed so hard I almost cried. Lady, my whole life is weak inside. She handed me a 20, said, "Buy some boots." I thanked her kindly, but here's the truth. $20 won't fill the hole in my soul or the hole in my heart that's taking control. That are dry and fair. But until then, I'll feel the ground through the cracks that misery found. My shoes got more holes than my future still, but I'm walking, that's my will. The holes are many, but so am I. I'll walk till the day I die.
Holes in my future.
Holes in my future.
Holes in my future.
The sun goes down on the south side slow. The street lights flicker, the shadows grow. The pawn shops close, the bars light up. The night train rumbles with a broken cup. There's a saxophone playing somewhere down the block. A man selling roses from a cardboard box. The lovers walk with their hands held tight on a south side Saturday night. South side Saturday night, where the broken shine and the wrongs feel right. The whiskey flows and the jukebox cries. The south side knows the blues never lie. Heels on pavement, a distant siren. This is the city they never put in writing. South side Saturday night, hold on tight, where the lost get found to the morning light. I met a girl named Rosa at the corner store. She was counting nickels on the liquor floor. I bought her a beer and she told me her name. Said the south side's a curse, but it's also a game. We danced on the sidewalk to a broken radio. Her hips moved slow in the neon glow. She kissed my cheek and disappeared. The south side swallowed her, nothing to fear. South side Saturday night, where the broken shine and the wrongs feel right. The whiskey flows and the jukebox cries. The south side knows the blues never lie. Heels on pavement, a distant siren. This is the city they never put in writing. South side Saturday night, hold on tight, where the lost get found to the morning light. An old man preached on the corner of 55th. Said the south side is a heart that was born with a rift. But Saturday night is the bandage we use to cover the cuts from the weekday blues. He pointed his Bible at the liquor store. Sinner and saint, they both keep score. But tonight we're equal, tonight we're kin. The south side's the place where the night begins. Till the morning light. The bars will close, the lovers will part, but the south side stays in my heart. There's no place like this broken street, where the lost and the lonely finally meet. South side Saturday night, you're mine. The only place I leave my worries behind. Saturday night, Southside Saturday night. of my guitar this morning. The G string snapped without a warning, just like my heart did 3 months back when she left me for a Cadillac. The neck is warped, the frets are rust. The sound it makes is a cloud of dust, but it still sings a little bit, the same way I pretend I'm fit. My guitar's broken, my heart's worse. One won't play, one's in a hearse. I try to strum a simple chord, but the strings are dead, the love's ignored. My guitar's broken, my heart's worse. I've been living inside this curse. I fix one string, another breaks, just like the love I couldn't save. I took her to the pawn shop, man. He looked her over, took a stand. $30, no more, no less. It's just a piece of wood, I guess. I almost cried right there and then. This guitar's been my only friend through every heartbreak, every fight. Now I'm selling her to make things right. My guitar's broken, my heart's worse. One won't play, one's in a hearse. I try to strum a simple chord, but the strings are dead, the love's ignored. My guitar's broken, my heart's worse. I've been living inside this curse. I fix one string, another breaks, just like the love I couldn't save. I glued the neck with Elmer's glue, taped the body, tried to renew, but she don't sound like she used to, and neither do I. What can I do? My heart's got cracks no glue can seal, the kind that only time can heal, and time's a luxury I don't have. With a broke guitar and a heart that's bad. One string, one chord, one broken song. I'll keep singing till I'm gone. My guitar's broke, my heart's a mess, but it's the only life I guess. I'll hold her tight and play the blues. My broke guitar, my only muse. Broken worse, broken worse. hit snooze, but I'm already in hell. Another day of fluorescent light, another night of no appetite. The coffee's burnt, the traffic's slow. I'm part of a machine I don't even know. The clock on the wall is a thief in disguise, stealing the hours from behind my eyes. 9 to 5, but still barely alive. Punch in, punch out, just trying to survive. The paycheck comes, but the soul stays gone. I'm singing the same tired song. The boss takes the credit, the bank takes the rest. I give my best and they take the best. 9 to 5, but I'm barely awake. How much more this can a heart take? The cubicle walls are closing in. I'm trading my dreams for a safety pin to hold together what's falling apart. I've forgotten the beat of my own heart. The emails pile, the phone won't stop. I'm climbing a ladder to the same old top. They dangle a bone, it's just out of reach, like a carrot in front of a broken leech. 9 to 5, but still barely alive. Punch in, punch out, just trying to survive. The paycheck comes, but the soul stays gone. I'm singing the same tired song. The boss takes the credit, the bank takes the rest. I give my best and they take the best. 9 to 5, but I'm barely awake. How much more this can a heart take? A co-worker asked me, why do you stay? I said, the bills don't ask me if I wanna play. The rent is due, the kid needs shoes, and the dream I had is old news. He nodded slow, lit a cigarette, said, I sold my soul for a safety net. Now I'm lying under it, broken, tired. 9 to 5, the dream expired. One day I'll walk out that door for good, leave the fluorescent light for the neighborhood of dreams I buried behind the desk. I'll find a way to give my life a rest, but until then I'll punch the clock, save my pennies, take the shot. 9 to 5, barely alive, but something inside me still wants to survive. Barely alive, barely alive. I punch the clock. Another day of picking at the same old rock. The boss man smiles, takes his big cut, leaves me the peanuts in the coffee cup. I count the hours, I count the sweat, every penny I ain't got yet. The mortgage is a mountain I can't climb, just nickels and dimes till the end of time. Nickel and dime till I die, that's the rhythm of my alibi. I work and I bleed and I barely survive. Nickel and dime till I die. The rich get richer, the poor get poor. I'm still knocking on the same old door. No golden parachute, no big prize, just nickel and dime till I die. I fix the car with duct tape and prayers. The kids need shoes, the fridge needs repairs. The wife is tired of my empty hands. I'm tired of making broken plans. I sold my guitar for a tank of gas. Now I'm singing this song in an empty glass. The American dream is a slot machine, and I'm pulling the arm on a broken dream. Nickel and dime till I die, that's the rhythm of my alibi. I work and I bleed and I barely survive. Nickel and dime till I die. The rich get richer, the poor get poor. I'm still knocking on the same old door. No golden parachute, no big prize, just nickel and dime till I die. My daddy said, son, it's always been this way. You work your hands to the bone every day, and maybe one day you'll catch a break. That's a promise that the rich always fake. I'm not asking for a mansion, not asking for a throne, just a little bit of breathing room before I'm gone. But the system's a machine that grinds the small, and I'm just a nickel in the money's crawl. To earn, but until then I'll punch the clock and keep my head down, ride the shock. Nickel and dime till I die, that's not a complaint, that's a battle cry. I'm still here, still breathing, still alive. Nickel and dime till I die. Nickel and dime, nickel and dime, nickel and dime. as the furnace moans. The concrete floor is made of stones. The landlord never comes down here. He's too busy counting his veneer. I got a mattress stained with rust, a blanket made of mold and dust, but the boiler keeps me warm at night, even when the world's not right. The boiler room's where I sleep tonight. No window, no door, no morning light. Just the hum of the machine and the drip, drip, drip of a pipe that sprung a permanent leak. The landlord doesn't know I'm here. He'd raise the rent if I appeared. But the boiler room's where I sleep, in the belly of the beast, in the deep, deep, deep. I found this place when the shelter filled, when the winter came and my blood got chilled. I crawled through a window, down the stairs, past the cobwebs and the broken prayers. The boiler greeted me like an old friend, with a hiss and a promise to the bitter end. I lay my head on the oily floor and I didn't feel so poor. The boiler room's where I sleep tonight. No window, no door, no morning light. Just the hum of the machine and the drip, drip, drip of a pipe that sprung a permanent leak. The landlord doesn't know I'm here. He'd raise the rent if I appeared. But the boiler room's where I sleep, in the belly of the beast, in the deep, deep, deep. I heard a rat scratching in the wall. I named him Johnson, after the landlord's call. He's better company than that man with his eviction notice in his hand. The boiler's my church, the pipe's my hymn, the darkness is my next of kin. I've never been so free, you see, in a boiler room. That's the key. A window that lets the sunlight through. But until then, I'll sleep in the steam and let the boiler rock me to dream. The boiler room's where I sleep tonight. It's not much, but it's my life. In a world that turned its back on me, the boiler room's where I'm finally free. Boiler room, where I sleep. Boiler room, where I sleep. at the stockyard where the cattle go. I punched the clock at 11 sharp, with a hole in my heart, and a hole in my heart. The blood and the mud and the endless cries, the steam from the hides that cloud my eyes. Another carcass on the hook, another page in the same old book. One more midnight shift at the stockyard, working for a wage that's always hard. The knife in my hand, the weight on my back, another night on the same old track. The boss man yells, the line moves slow. One more midnight shift, then I go back to a room that's cold and bare. One more shift, does anyone care? My hands are scarred from the hooks and blades, from the 45-hour weeks and the lowly grades. The union man came by last year, said we'll fight for you, then disappeared. I tie my boots and I spit on the ground. The only union here is the lost and found, of men who smell like death and sweat, with nothing left but their regret. One more midnight shift at the stockyard, working for a wage that's always hard. The knife in my hand, the weight on my back, another night on the same old track. The boss man yells, the line moves slow. One more midnight shift, then I go back to a room that's cold and bare. One more shift, does anyone care? A young man started last week, fresh and green, said this ain't what I thought it'd be. I'd seen that look before 1,000 times, the death of hope in the slaughterhouse rhymes. I said, kid, get out while you can. This place will break you, destroy your plan. But if you stay, just keep your head and pretend you're not already dead. Just another smell. I worked this shift till I dropped dead, with a hook in my hand and a voice in my head saying one more, one more, one more than done. But the stockyard shift goes on and on. Midnight shift, midnight shift.